Hi, I'm Vincent, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to launch your very first cold email campaign using Instantly, and I will specifically focus on how to get the best deliverability possible. So that's why I will show you step by step how to connect your mailboxes to Instantly, how to warm up your email accounts in bulk. Then I will show you the best settings to use to get the best deliverability. And finally, I will show you how to create your first cold email campaign. And of course, I will show you all the important details to get the best deliverability. So basically, if you want to start sending cold emails to get leads for your business, this video is for you. All right, so the first step is to create a free account on Instantly. So if you want to do that, you just need to click the first link in the description and then you will be on this page. I just want to let you know that if you use the link in the description, you will get the best free trial available. So as I told you, once you've clicked the link in the description, you will be on this page. And now all you need to do to create your free account is to click here on Get Started. So to create your account, you have the choice. So you can sign up with a Google account or with Apple, or you can just sign up by using your email. So here you can type your email. Then I type a password. And finally, to create a free account, we just need to click on Join Now. Once you've created your account, you will be on Instantly.ai. On the left, you have all the features you can use on Instantly. So for example, you have this one, email accounts. With this feature, basically, you can connect and manage all your email accounts. Then here you have campaigns. And basically on this page, you can create and manage all your cold email campaigns. And here just below, we have Unibox. And basically with this feature, you can see and reply to your leads directly and instantly. So you don't need to be connected to all your email accounts to see and reply to your leads, because you can do all of that directly on Instantly. So the first step, if you want to be able to send cold emails, is of course to connect email accounts to Instantly to be able, of course, to send cold emails. And so for that, we need to go here in email accounts. And here on this page, you can see and manage all your email accounts. Now, if you want to add some email accounts to Instantly, you go here and you click on Add New. And here you see that we have three choices to add email accounts in Instantly. So the first choice is to buy pre-warmed accounts. So with this option, you don't need to wait between 2 to 3 weeks to be able to send cold emails, because these email accounts are already warmed. But of course, with this option, your email accounts are more expensive. Then you have this one, Done For You Email Setup. So with this option, you can buy directly on Instantly your domains. And of course, you can configure all your email accounts directly on Instantly. So let's say, for example, that I want to buy a domain. So for example, for my SaaS Give Me Leads, let's say that I want to see some variations of my domain. So I type Give Me Leads. Then I remove the .org extension. And now you see here some variations. For example, gotgivemeleads.com. So let's try, for example, with this one. Then I click on Next. And now if I scroll, you see that I can buy email accounts for this domain, gotgivemeleads.com. So what's interesting with this option is, of course, that you don't need to waste your time to set up everything manually, because Instantly will do all of that for you. But of course, the main drawback is the price. So one domain is $15 per year. And for 5 Google mailboxes, you pay $25 per month. To give you an idea of a good price, it's more like $3 per mailbox. So $15 if you have 5 Google mailboxes. Finally, the last option is to connect some existing accounts. And here you see that you can connect Google and Microsoft mailboxes. And if you use some SMTP mailboxes, you have this option, any provider. So basically here, you see that you have the choice. You have something very simple but more expensive, or you have something more manual, but of course it costs less money. So you decide what's the best for you. All right, so now at this point, you created your Instantly.ai account, and I hope that you've used the link in the description to get the best free trial available. Then you've connected some mailboxes to Instantly, and now it's time to warm up your email accounts and set up everything to get the best deliverability possible. So once you've connected some email accounts to Instantly, you will see in email accounts the list of all your email accounts connected to Instantly. So in my case, you see that I have 9 email accounts connected to Instantly. Now, the first thing we need to do is to enable the warm-up for these email addresses. So if you want to enable the warm-up of all your email addresses in just one click, very easy. You go here, you click on Select All, and then you click on the 3 dots and you click on Enable Warm-up. So by doing that, Instantly will automatically warm up all your email addresses. So you have to wait between 2 to 3 weeks before sending cold emails to your leads. Now, the next step is to have the good settings for our email accounts. So for that, it's same. You select all your email accounts and then you go here in bulk edit settings. So here I'm gonna start by writing my sender name. So first name Vincent and last name Robin. Then here you can set up your signature. So what I like to do is to write a double dash. Then I say Vincent from my company. So give me it. So first name from company name. And here make sure that you don't have any HTML in your signature because it will hurt your deliverability. So keep it simple and just text only. Then let's scroll a little bit. So here you have some campaign settings. For example, you have this one, daily campaign limit. So with this one, you say that you don't want to send more than, for example, 30 cold emails per day per email account. So if you want to get the best deliverability, I recommend you to stay between 20 to 30 cold emails per day per email account. So let's say 25, then minimum wait time, we don't care. Then campaign slow ramp, I recommend you to enable this option because it gradually increases the number of campaign emails sent per day. So you don't want to send 30 cold emails per day. You want to send at the beginning 5 cold emails a day, then 10, 15, and so on. And why we do that, it's of course for the deliverability. So enable this option. Then reply to address, we don't care because we manage our replies directly in Instantly. Then we scroll. Here, custom tracking domain, I strongly recommend you to not enable this option because it will hurt your deliverability. So don't check this box. And finally, the last settings are for the warm-up. So we have warm-up filter tag, we don't care. And here, increase per day, I like to have 2. And daily warm-up limit, 10. And finally, reply rate, they suggest 30, but I like to have 50. And at the end, don't forget to click on save. All right, so now at this point, it's time to create our first cold email campaign. So for that, we go here in campaigns. And now if you want to create a cold email campaign, we click here on add new. Then you give a name for your campaign. So let's say that I want to target people who are head of marketing in the US and the company headcount is between 500 to 1,000 people. Then I click on continue. The next step is to add some leads. So I click on add leads. And here you see that we have 4 options to import leads. So we can upload from a CSV file. We can use the super search feature on Instantly. So it's basically a B2B leads database, but it's not very accurate. Then you can enter emails manually or use Google Sheets. For this tutorial, I will use the best tool to find B2B leads because they have the freshest data on the market And of course, it's LinkedIn Sales Navigator. It's basically an access to the LinkedIn database. And here, when you are on this page, you see on the left that you have all the filters you can use to identify your best leads. And here on the right, you will see the results, so the leads. So I said that I want to target people who are head of marketing in a company headcount between 500 to 1,000 people. And the last filter I want to use is geography. And I want people based in the US. So United States, I click on include. And now you see on the right part of my screen, the people who match my filters. And by the way, you see that with these 3 filters, I have a bit more than 700 leads. And if we check our leads, we have head of marketing in the US, head of marketing, director of marketing, head of marketing, and so on. So once you're happy with your search and you want to export these people and get, of course, their emails, unfortunately, you can't do that natively on LinkedIn Sales Navigator. And that's why you need a third-party tool like Give Me Leads to be able to export your leads and get their verified emails. So if you want to have a button like this one, extract leads, you can go on givemeleads.io or you have a link in the description. Then you click here on Start for free, you create your account, and then you install the Chrome extension, and then you will get this button, Extract Leads. So once you are happy with the search, you click on Extract Leads. Then you will be redirected to your Give Me Leads account. Here you can give the number of people you want to extract. So let's say just for this tutorial, 100. We say that we want the emails of our leads because we want to send cold emails. And then I click on Export Leads. And now I just need to wait a few minutes and I will get my export. All right, so after 30 seconds, my export is done. And now if I want to see my list of leads, I just need to click here on Download CSV. So here is my list of leads. If I scroll, you see that we have 100 leads. Perfect. On top, you see that you have all the information you need to reach out to these people. For example, you have the first name, last name, LinkedIn URL. So always useful if you want to reach out to your leads on LinkedIn. And of course, you have the verified emails of your leads. So when it's verified, it means that it's completely safe to send cold emails to the lead without, of course, hurting your deliverability. Then you have the job title, location, and actually you have much more information. For example, you have the company name, company website, so always useful if you want to personalize with AI your cold emails, company location, and so on. So when you export your leads with Give Me Leads, we do 2 things. First, we make sure that the data is clean. For example, for the first name, last name, and company name, you don't have any problems with capital letters or with people with a rocket emoji at the end. For example, Polly with a rocket emoji like this. So you don't have this. And with this feature, you don't waste your time to manually clean the data. And the second thing we do with Give Me Leads is to make sure that every single lead perfectly matches all your filters. On the left, you have 2 columns, so matches filters and invalid reason. So when it's true here, it means that the lead matches all your filters. But if I scroll, you will see that some people have false. So here, for example, and here you have the reason. So wrong job title. So let's check the job title. Here we have fractional head of content and senior customer marketing manager. And here wrong job title for Rebecca and Brian. So with this feature, you make sure that you only reach out to people who are interesting for you. And at the end, what you can do is to decide to either keep the lead if it's relevant for you, or just decide to remove it from your lead list. So basically with this feature, you only reach out to people who are interesting for you. All right, so now that we have a list of leads, it's time to upload it directly in Instantly. So for that, we need to go back on my computer. So this is the list I want to upload. And if I go back on Instantly, I click on this button. And now I just need to drag and drop my list of leads. Now, the next step is to map the column headers that we have in our list of leads with the Instantly variables. For example, you have the first name, so make sure it's with first name here. Same for last name, and so on. And when you are on this page, make sure that you have at least first name and email. So email, it's obvious, and first name is useful because we want to say hi first name in our cold emails. Now let's scroll, and here we click on upload all. Then we click on OK. The next step is to write our cold emails. And of course, the first thing we need to do is to write a subject. For example, in my case, if I want to promote my SaaS, give me leads, let's say leads with verified emails. And then here you can write your email. When I send a cold email, I always like to start by saying hi first name. And if you want to use the first name variable, you just need to click here in variables, then first name. So hi first name. And then you can write the rest of your email. For example, do you use LinkedIn Sales Navigator to build your list of leads? Then I want to add my signature. So for that, I go here, insert variables, and then signature. And if you want to have a preview of your email, just need to click here on preview. Then send from this email. So here you see my signature and the lead. Let's say this one. So hi Jane, do you use LinkedIn Sales Navigator to build your list of leads? And then my signature, Vincent from Give Me Leads. So that's perfect. Now, if you want to get the best deliverability, I have two things for you. The first one is to make sure that you don't have any HTML in your email. So for that, you select all your text and then you click here on clean HTML. So here you see HTML clean. So that's perfect. And now the second thing I recommend you to do is to add some spin tags. So let's select our email. Then we go here in AI tools, then AI spin tags writer. And here you see some spin tags. So if I click here on preview, you see that we have greetings, Pam. If I click one more time on preview, you see that I have hello, Pam. And one more time, hey, Pam. So with this spin tags, you don't send every time the same email because you have some variations. Now let's click on save. And the next step is to add one follow-up. So for that, I click here on add step. And here I can write a follow-up. For example, quick follow-up. So very simple. And then I click on save. Once you are ready to launch your campaign, you go here in schedule. Here on the left, you can define a start date. For example, Friday. Then I click on apply. And here you can define when we want to send our cold emails. So here we send our cold emails from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And here make sure that you have the right time zone. So it's not your time zone, but the time zone of your leads. So in my case, US is perfect. And finally here, you can choose when you want to send your cold emails. So from Monday to Friday, it's perfect. So I click on save. And finally, the last thing we need to do is to go here in options. And now here we have some more options to optimize our deliverability. So the first thing we need to do is to select with which email accounts we want to send our cold emails. So let's say all of them. Then here, stop sending emails on reply, enable. Open tracking, you don't want to track anything because it will hurt your deliverability. So disable. Then here in delivery optimization, send emails as text only. So you don't want any HTML. And finally, once you are ready to start your cold email campaign, very easy. You click here on launch, publish. And now you see in campaigns that my campaign is live. So if you want to edit your campaign, you click on it. Here you will see some analytics. If you want to add some leads, you go here in leads and you click here on add leads. And if you want to modify your cold emails, you go here in sequences and here you can modify what you want. Finally, the last thing I want to show you is how to reply to your leads directly in Instantly. So for that, you need to go here in Unibox, and then you will be able to see your replies. So here you click on the reply you want to see, and here on the right, you will get all your details. And if you want to reply to a lead, you just need to click here on reply, you write your answer, and you will be able to send your messages directly on Instantly. So basically with this feature, you can manage all your replies directly and instantly. So this is exactly the process I use to send cold emails on Instantly.ai. Now, as I told you, if you want to try Instantly for free and get the best free trial available, you just need to click the first link in the description. Now, if you use LinkedIn Sales Navigator and you want to export your leads and get their verified emails, you can go on giveleads.io or you have a link in the description. And now, if you want to see a complete beginner-friendly tutorial on how to use LinkedIn Sales Navigator to find B2B leads, you can click somewhere on the screen. It was Vincent. I wish you a nice day and I see you in the next video. Bye-bye.